'cause a winner don't quit on themselves.
A rapturous reception for the woman who could be the first female president of the United States. Kamala Harris delivered the keynote speech on the fourth and final night of the DNC.
So fellow Americans, I love our country with all my heart. Everywhere I go, in everyone I meet, I see a nation that is ready to move forward, ready for the next step in the incredible journey that is America. I see an America where we hold fast to the fearless belief that built our nation and inspired the world, that here, in this country, anything is possible, that nothing is out of reach. An America where we care for one another, look out for one another, and recognize that we have so much more in common than what separates us. That none of us has to fail for all of us to succeed. And that in unity there is strength. We are the heirs to the greatest democracy in the history of the world. And on behalf of our children and our grandchildren and all those who sacrificed so dearly for our freedom and liberty, we must be worthy of this moment. It is now our turn to do what generations before us have done, guided by optimism and faith, to fight for this country we love, to fight for the ideals we cherish, and to uphold the awesome responsibility that comes with the greatest privilege on earth, the privilege and pride of being an American.
Harris wasn't supposed to be in this position, but in just a few short weeks since President Biden stood aside, she has rejuvenated the Democratic campaign.
I will be a president who unites us around our highest aspirations, a president who leads and listens, who is realistic, practical, and has common sense, and always fights for the American people. From the courthouse to the White House, that has been my life's work. As a young courtroom prosecutor in Oakland, California, I stood up for women and children against predators who abuse them. As Attorney General of California, I took on the big banks, delivered $20 billion for middle-class families who faced foreclosure, and helped pass a homeowner bill of rights, one of the first of its kind in the nation.
There was a party atmosphere inside the United Centre on the final night of the DNC. Singer Pink brought the house down with a performance of her hit song, What About Us?
You said you had the answer. What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster?
But outside the venue, the atmosphere was less jovial. Thousands of protesters gathered once again to denounce the Democrats' support for for Israel's war on Gaza. But despite making their voices heard this week, the demonstrators haven't overshadowed the DNC. This has been a high-energy and highly watched Democratic National Convention. Tens of millions of people have been tuning in from around the country. The challenge now for Kamala Harris is how to sustain this momentum to carry her forward to the country's highest office. Faith Orr, Arise News, Chicago.